What would it feel like to be in the driver's seat of your own happiness in your personal and professional life? If you change the way you look at things, things will change the way they look. We're going to talk about choosing happy and detaching from the negative conversations we carry around without even knowing it. We're going to talk about how you can turn problems into opportunities. See every moment as a chance to live abundantly and experience freedom from stress and anxiety. So why do we keep doing the things we do? Let's figure out how to get in the driver's seat of our own happiness. Shift your perspective to a happier place. Thanks for joining us.
So, this is part B of the Gremlin conversation. And part B, because all we did so far was recognize that there's a voice, that there's a message that's been holding us back, that's been implanted by parents, teachers, life, experiences, things that have gone wrong. We set expectations, we were let down, we were hurt, we were scared. And sometimes it's been put in by someone else. So parents are kind enough, the button installers, teachers, other things like that, experiences that tell us, don't stick your neck out too far. Don't try. Don't open yourself up and be vulnerable. That makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
Because if you do, you're going to get burned, or you're not going to win, or you're going to fail. How do we deal with that gremlin? The opportunity, now that you've given it a voice from the last episode, is to take your time. I don't care if it's on a paper with a pencil and a pen or crayons. I don't care if you do it out of clay. I don't care if you buy something that symbolizes your gremlin at the store.
Google Images.
The opportunity is to now separate ourselves from that gremlin, to give it a voice separate, give it an identity separate from who we really are. Because the who we really are is an unbelievably smart, intuitive genius who lives abundantly and wants happiness and love. And we've been handing those keys over this entire time. And what we can do is give it a 3D image, whether you want to write it down on paper, draw it,
Google it.
You can buy a little, I bought mine with a little character from Rhode Island Novelties or whatever it was. It's just something that you can identify and give it its name. Not a family name, not your husband, not your wife, not your parents, not your grandparents, not your teacher. Give it a name so that when those times come out, then you're behaving and you're saying, this is not me. This is not the person that I want to be. Does that make sense?
Yes.
The person that I want to be wants more out of life, wants to make happier choices, wants to embrace love, wants to let go of fear. Mm-hmm. And by giving that gremlin a separate identity, we can create a relationship with it. Because it's been there for us. It's been protecting us. Mm-hmm. And now it's time to give it a new job. It's time to turn to that gremlin. Between you and that gremlin, draw a line on the floor. Stand on one side of that line and tell the gremlin, I'm going to step across that line and I thank you for the work you've done. I thank you for protecting me. I thank you for understanding what your role was, but your role is now done. I can handle this. You've made me strong enough and helped me become strong enough to handle this on my own. Make sense?
Absolutely. Take the keys back. I'm going to drive now.
Correct. It's time to get in the driver's seat. You don't have to take the gremlin and be mad at him and throw him in the trunk. It's not like an M&M thing, you know, where you're
it's
angry.
been with you for your whole life, pretty much.
It's probably your closest ally, believe it or not.
You know, I didn't know who my gremlin was until I was, like 48 years old.
Wow, that's pretty old.
It is pretty old.
I'm just kidding. In an eternal world, it doesn't matter. The truth is, once we have the relationship with the gremlin, doesn't mean we won't default. Doesn't mean the gremlin, his cage, won't get rattled, because it will get rattled. The gremlin's cage, he's there to sleep to remind us kind of where our opportunity to grow is, where those challenges in life kind of come in, where other people's language get energy from us. Make sense?
Yes.
And where we get to take it back again, and how empowering that can be. When we look our gremlin in the face and say, I know you, whatever your name is, that's for you guys to decide. And once you do that, you get to take the keys back, give him, stop at a mental Carvel for him, get him a Blizzard or something. A little bit what I'm thinking about. And then move on and choose happy. Because keep in mind, if you don't know how cold it is in a cold, dark winter's night, you can't appreciate how nice a warm summer day is.
Agreed.
So remember, choose happy. And next episode, we're going to be masters of the GAILs and move on to so much more opportunity.